Good morning, everyone. We're here at the beautiful Laveen Classic, Brad. Back. The guys are warming up.
Ready for the event. Last year we had a playoff here, and it was, I believe, Justin Shipka and Chad Brown finished at -8. So I don't know if we're going to see those kind of numbers today, but the course looks like it's in fantastic shape.
Looks good.
It should be a great day on Masters Sunday.
We're playing silver tees, about 6,400 yards, and let's go have a good day.
Out here on the course, we've got Casey Hatch, number 5 from the tee. Just pipes one. Absolutely, just over that sand trap. That is a beautiful shot, Casey. All right, we're green side out on number 8. The reachable par 4. We've got Neil Kruger on the tee box. Looks like he's gonna make a go for it. We were just watching Casey Hatch. He drove the green on that, missed that eagle putt, and then ended up tapping in for par. He ended up 3-putt, but from a distance. But here comes Neil Kruger. Here's the shot. He does not like this. Oh, and it does carry right to the front. He'll have about and it come back up on the green there. You can see it there. He's got about a 60-foot putt. With my course there on the 15th hole. It's got about 130. Right on the cut line. This is a big shot. Yeah, looks like he negotiated that well. Got it up the hill. We'll have a birdie putt.
Tzatziki fan. I do like the tzatziki sauce.
All right, we are sitting here on number 17, about a 300-yard par 4. We've got Casey Hatch. He's got the big stick. He's going for it. Oh, that is so good. So good. It's cutting. Is it cutting enough? Not quite. It's rolling back down. Just off the right side. What a shot. Unbelievable. So Casey, standing here at 17, tell us about the shot you just shot in there.
Well, I looked at maybe laying out, but then I knew Niles would give me shit for hitting a layup on a drivable par 4, so I went for it. I think I just ended up probably a little off the right side of the green, so hopefully let's chip it close and make that birdie.
There we go. Thanks. All right, we're up to the green here on 17. Here's Casey's drive, just about 30 yards from the pin. Fantastic drive from out there. Back to 17. Here's Casey Hatch for his birdie. And just like that, he's in for a birdie. That's his 6th birdie of the day.
All right, we're here on 18 with Casey Hatch. Golfed with him all day. This guy was on fire. 1 under 71. 6 birdies today. Casey, tell us about it.
You know, just the game felt pretty good, minus a double out there that just got a little loose with the driver, but other than that, the short irons into the greens felt good, stopping them, and then just making putts. That was the big part about it today. Made a lot of good putts, especially on 18.
It was fun to watch. Yeah, and on 18, driving into the water and then coming up and down and saving that with about a 25-foot putt. That was a really good day. So Thanks so much. Congratulations on a good day.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, here's Orr just about 20 yards off the green on 18. Coming up around. Let's see what's going on here. A little long. He doesn't like that one for sure. It comes 35 feet past the hole there. Hold on a second, Brad. I think I see something. I think this is a...
You're battling and you shot -2.
Wait, is that Neil? That's Neil Kruger, and that's Mike Davis. Former clown, still clown.
Rodeo clown.
Rodeo clown, but he's still a clown.
Both
Oh, bullfighter clown. He has to a deep voice. All right, we got Chris Orr right here. About 35 feet for a par. He sent it by just a little, and here's his comeback for that par. That's going to go a little to the right. Good speed. Just carried it out there to the right just a little. Here's Brad Pallon on number 18 for a par, and that will win the match. And he lips it out. He lips it out. I think Chris Orr said it best.
Another tie.
That was for the win.
Brad Pallon, Commissioner Mike Horsley here with Summer Golf Tour. Tell me about that last putt.
Well, the kind of theme of the day, just not good enough.
Little lip out, and that was for the win.
That was for the win, unfortunately.
And our team is now tied how many?
6 times.
6 times.
Six
I had the
times.
same distance putt on the hole before to take a one-shot lead on them, and I missed it high right also.
Yeah, it wasn't a good putting
And we
day.
were both in the fairway on 17 with about 130 out, and it just was. Chris saved a bogey. I made a 7, a triple.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I played with with Casey Hatch. He shot a 1 under on the day.
Why would that make me feel any better?
No, because we might not have won that match. We might not have tied that match. We would have lost that match. So,
Casey was with them.
yeah. All right, we've got the Dustin Semenza. He's leading the tournament currently.
Yes, he is 8 under par. That means he's a 1 handicap, Mike. That means he's 7 under par gross.
Actually, he just went to -9 with a birdie on 17.
Okay, make it -8 gross.
That is gross, Ken.
This is something.
He's got a 4-shot lead currently over Jim Black, who's through 15, playing the par 3 16th right now as we speak.
How do you shoot 8 under out here? That's incredible. Just flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. We do know that Dustin Semenza plays this course a lot in the U.S. Open qualifiers, so he's quite familiar with it, and is usually playing it from about 7,300. So playing it from 6,400 today was probably like Christmas to him.
Go live back to 18. Dustin Semenza from almost 2 fairways over had to have been one of his few mistakes today. The man is 8 under par, 9 under par net, 8 under par gross coming here into 18.
Yeah.
It's been a machine today, and that was obviously a wayward drive, but he's back in play there in 2 with pretty straightforward up and down for his caliber.
About 50 yards off the green, we've got Ron Martin right in the middle of the fairway here.
Ronnie in a very subdued outfit today. I think, Palm Sunday, didn't want to kind of rub it in Jesus' face too hard today.
One thing I did notice, and maybe you guys did as well, he's not going to like that. That's coming way to the left here.
Spins back a little bit. Play next. I think we're going to go over to Allen to the left of the 18th green.
Allen's right around the cut line, and I think that's going to
That's a tremendous shot.
That is a great
go a long
shot.
way to making that come to fruition. He's currently at +1. He is getting a stroke here, so he should pretty much be inside the cut line.
You got to figure that cut line will only move in one direction. We do go now to Nick Auditor in front, playing his 3rd. Little flip wedge.
Oh!
And catches a little lip there. That looked like it took a slight change of direction. So tremendous shot.
All right, going over here to the left, we've got
Our leader.
our leader, Dustin Semenza.
Have to believe if he can get this up and down, he's got this in the bag.
Saucy,
really
saucy.
good.
Right
That's a
there.
tremendous shot, and you got to figure too, guys, that he hasn't had too many of those today. If he's made eight birdies, 9 birdies, excuse me, on the way here, probably didn't find himself chipping for up and down. Back live on 18. Ron Martin from Off the Green, one of the co-founders of the Texas Wedge Club on the tour.
Yeah, he's got the flat stick coming out.
Gets it started.
It's gonna
It
get a
doesn't look
little
like it's
more
gonna.
pace to it.
Yeah, I think it got a little caught up. It's a little humid out here, and I think some of that fringe is a little sticky, guys.
Here's Ron with the flat stick
Looks
to
like
finish.
It's just ready to go.
He about 15 feet.
It's on its way.
Oh, he blew that thing
He
by.
has toasted this thing. Jesus Christ, Ron.
And he's finally going to tap in, and he's going to miss the cut.
That's disappointing.
Nick Auditore currently in 8th place. Brad just gave me the once over.
This guy cares a lot about his hometown Green Bay Packers. Like, takes it way too seriously.
I don't know anybody that would like the Packers that I take serious.
Unhealthy, but a good up and
Not that I take serious anyway. And he makes it.
It's like Alan getting ready for
Alan
his
Galisa,
par-saving putt.
not to be confused with Ken Galika.
A different guy,
Different guy, totally.
different country of origin.
Yes.
Had a good chat with Alan on the range this morning. He's told me about his affinity for Czech specs.
And just keeps it outside, slides it by.
It's still going to be a net par, I believe, unless we miss something. Should keep him in good shape.
All
All
right.
right,
Now the stage is set for the leader,
likely
winner.
to win the tournament here. He might even be able to 2 or 3 jack this, but
Good cleanup.
easy par from 2 holes away.
No, that's a pretty impressive round. What is that going to bring him in at, Brad?
64, I think.
A 64. That's just amazing. Once he gets all his scorecard signed, we'll get over and talk to him, see what went on.
Brad, the low round up until this year was Kevin Hall, right? It's out at the Wicked 6, I believe, at Sunridge Canyon.
That is correct. That was a few years ago. That was
That's a 60 what? 66?
66 at the Wicked 6.
I believe this has just eclipsed that mark by 2 full strokes. Incredible golf by Dustin Semenza.
Unbelievable.
Here with likely tournament winner Dustin Semenza. Dustin fresh off an 8 under 64. What do you think about that?
Fucking ecstatic. It's making the tournament 29. Best 9 holes of my life. Stumbled a few holes coming in. Had wedges in, and I just gave myself these super long putts. I even hit the pin on 14, and it rolled 40 feet off away from the pin. So a couple 3 putts hurt me, but
Incredible that anything hurts you when you shoot 64. What was working on that front nine?
everything. I mean, I had a lob wedge into I think 4 greens, so that helps. My driver obviously makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
I was striping that down the middle pretty much all day. So
Crowd wants to know, what'd you hit on 8? 5 iron into the green?
8.
Short par 4 over the water?
I hit my hybrid right at the pin and it hit a little over. Yeah, then I
Yeah,
put
it
it
went
from off
over.
the green. Yeah, so I put it in from off the green.
Nice.
They thought I walked it in. I really actually didn't think it was going to make it.
I'm going to ask you a trivia question.
Okay.
Before today, do you know what the lowest summer tour golf round that's been recorded?
That was 65, wasn't it?
66. Kevin
Okay.
Hall, Sunridge Canyon, I think in 2023, if memory serves correctly. You eclipsed that mark by 2, cementing your name in the record books. I can't say anybody's never going to go lower than that, but I have a hard time believing that we'll ever see something. So you're probably in that annal.
Well, thanks. Well, that just means I need to beat my own record then.
All right, here's Niles. He was in that fairway bunker.
Niles Van Buren is writing some amazing articles for SummerTourGolf.com.
Look at this, guys. Oh, just missed. That was a good
The shot is good, but it wasn't as good as Niles' article last week. Did you read that masterpiece? It was amazing.
Yes. All right, out of the sand to our right, got Rob Reedy.
Reedy.
just couldn't get across the fringe there.
I think when you're where Rob just was, kind of off a downhill slope to a, over a long bunker, I think you're probably pretty satisfied with that shot.
All right, here's Brennan from the fringe. Just a little short.
Not gonna get there.
He'll throw a mark on that. Let Rob finish. All right, we're looking at Kevin Hall. Ian hit this one.
About 12 feet for birdie. This moves a little from his right to his left, a little bit downhill.
Oh, he likes it. He
And he knocked
drops
it
it
right
in,
in.
knocks it in right in the
Was
middle.
No fear of having 5 feet coming back.
That's the caliber player that he is. Moves up to -4, firmly into the top 5.
We are seeing some incredible golf from the tour's sharpest sticks today. Seemingly everybody who's a 1 or 2 handicap is
Here's Niles for par.
crazy good.
Just slides
Oh my
it by.
goodness. My goodness.
All right, this is Brennan Shea to stay at -2 on 18. All right, he hits that in with a little bit of a confidence.
You know, actually, I gotta correct ourselves here a little bit. This is a 2 handicap hole, so a lot of people are getting a stroke here.
Mm.
Shea will actually move up to -3 with that putt.
This is
That
number
would be
2.
great.
Go figure. I would not have expected that.
All right,
It's Stale Cohen from the left row.
he hits it. He walks it out. Oh, right here to the right.
Yeah,
the left of the.
chasing
It's a
up.
popular spot, that little collection area for most of the players that
Here's
have been able to
PJ.
get there.
PJ on an aggressive swing. Aggressive swing. Let's see where he's looking. He's coming up here to the side.
I had
Gonna
this,
roll back off the green here. Oop.
I had this putt. I might have been 5 feet inside this, but that was a challenging 2 putt.
All right, coming over the trees from the. He's coming up the 9th fairway. He's
Yeah.
taking the shortcut like Dustin did.
Taking the Semenza angle.
Talked to Dustin over in the tent afterward. He purposely drove it over into the 18th. He said he says if he takes it down the 18 fairway, it brings the water into play. So that was an intentional shot.
Just goes to show you the caliber player that Semenza is.
All right, lining up out there.
Are you suggesting that Ken Allen is not over there intentionally?
I don't know.
Here he goes.
I'm thinking not.
What's your bias showing, Brett?
Big divot. Let's see how this ends up.
And the only reason I say that is
Oh,
because
look
I
at
know
this,
that
right
Semenza's
in at
played
us.
this course a
Really
ton. He
good
has a
shot.
lot of course knowledge. I'm pretty sure this is Ken Allen's first time here.
Ken Allen. Gives a pretty good wrapping to that one. Sends it on its way.
Just falls off to the right. There's most of the putts today from that spot.
What did you think about the greens today?
I thought the greens were
I
fantastic.
thought the whole course was fantastic. I wish I'd played better.
It was in very good shape. I think a little, maybe a touch slower than normal here.
I'd agree with that.
Here's the putt, and it looks good. Looks good.
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes. He drops that
down.
in. Drops it in. The
Yeah.
crowd is going crazy behind us.
That's a hell of a 2-putt. You,
It's a great 2 putt. He also got a stroke on that hole and will move up to -2 into the top 10.
All right, here's Del Cohen. And
Oh.
he slides it right by.
That won't hurt him. He'll stroke here as well. Step in for bogey.
Disappointing.
The reflection off
bogey.
of that head is really hard for the camera to pick up other things, but
Well,
it was a great shot.
he did mention trying, see if we could possibly blur his image. A little concerned that his position in the witness protection program could be exposed.
Ken Allen, to clean it up, blows it by.
No.
That was not a cleanup, Mike.
It was more like a
This guy
cleanup
just
on
recently
aisle
re-upped
5.
with Ozempic for his sponsorship.
Actually, oh,
Oh, how does that not fall?
Another disappointed golfer. Register's bogey.
all right, we're back here at the 18th. It looks like Jim Black about 160 yards out.
One of my
Here's the
favorite.
swing. Very low line drive type hit.
Whoa.
Oh, it's right back here.
It was caught clean. That thing had a lot of air under it.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Right
Jim Black,
there.
one of my favorite personalities on tour. Guy is just a ton of fun to play with.
Quite the
Yeah.
character.
We've absolutely had a couple good rounds, he and I.
He's a lot like Mike Sora in that regard. Just a bubbly personality.
Spinning image.
Here's another one, Ken, that you'll notice hits from the wrong side of the ball. This is Jay Satchfield, about a 140 out.
Jay Snatchfield is what they called him in the Air Force.
And why was that?
He snuck that one in. There we go.
He was all about the snatch, Brad.
Held up with the grab
Self-explanatory.
of the sand. All right, about the same distance as Andrew Chorley here.
Also at -2. A lot of red numbers on the
Oh, this is coming.
leaderboard today, Ken.
This looks a little right.
Yeah,
hit
Brad.
over here, yeah.
The players.
Not a good shot.
The players have torn this up today. It's just incredible. Makes me feel that much worse about my own
Here
round.
comes Milton Holmes. They call him Uncle Milty.
Why do they call him Uncle Milty?
I have no idea.
Milton
You
Holmes.
said Milty, not Milky, right?
I did say Milty, yes.
All right.
Milton Holmes sounds much more like a board game
That's a-
manufacturer than a golfer.
Right in there.
That's a good shot.
That was a good
Shot
shot for a
center
guy
of the
that
green.
called himself a chop this morning.
Did he really call himself a
He
chop?
called himself a chop.
That's a Jim Black word.
Here's Jim Black.
All right.
I got to show.
Chorley's
Shortly,
approach.
look at that. Look at that. That's going
That's
good.
a great shot.
Oh!
Just tips
that's
it in.
an
He chips
amazing
that
chip
ball in.
That's
Look
a
at
three as
that.
far as I can tell.
That is a chip in from off the
Birdie, net, eagle, moves up to -4.
Did Kevin Hall get one here, Brad?
Yes, Ken Hall
Yes,
made a birdie
Kevin.
here as well.
Did he get a stroke, or is he a one handicap?
He's a one handicap.
So
He
that's
did
a
not
net
finish.
skin right there.
All right, here's Jim Black coming down. It's gonna stay
fall
out
to the right
right.
again, like
We've seen
Ken
so
Allen's
many,
putt
yeah.
earlier.
Players have respected this back to front a little too much. We've seen everybody come up a little bit short.
They're just not seeing that late break. Holmes from about 22 feet.
It's hanging out just a little. Oh, just missed it.
Solid effort. Tap in for par.
Actually, Brady said that he hit one in the water and then he was playing a. That's what he was yelling back. Not sure how old true that is. Here's Satchfield putting off the green. Got held up. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, right next to it.
Satchfield, who was the leader, he was ahead of Semenza by
Semenza.
1 for about 2 holes. He just fell back.
All right, here's Jim Black to finish his round. He got the little pecker putter and he leaves
I
it
feel like it's
one
still moving.
round slow. Coming into 18.
About 140 yards out, we have Chad Brown right in the middle.
Are we sure that's Chad?
We're sure.
Oh,
It
wait. Yep, I see that big tribal on his leg. Definitely Chad
I
Brown.
want to say it was this visor. I think the visor is kind of the more telling.
They've stepped away. There's somebody else hitting from. I cannot see who it is.
Well, it's got to be Dave Ross.
A lot
It's
of people.
got to be Haas. Here comes Haas.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
right color ball.
Right
Yeah,
color
it's-
ball
it's-
right there down the middle. He's coming out of that sand trap, and right there, that sand trap ate a lot of balls today. Poor Scott. All right, here
Here
comes
Brown.
here comes Brown.
What can Brown
Do
for you on 18?
Let's see.
He
No, he
has-
doesn't like it.
He just turns away in disgust.
Actually, it turns out not so
Not
bad.
so bad.
It
but
must
it's-
have been a little
All
heavy.
right, we got Haas coming in here, just to the offside of the
I was talking to Haas
Green?
this week, and he told me he's
Oh,
found
he's
something.
not.
Well, I don't
If he-
think that was actually true.
He needs to go re-find it because he chunked that bigger than a chocolate chunk cookie.
It's like a broken clock being, right twice a day, though, because he always says that. Every time I see him, like, you know what, Brad, I found something on the range.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but he won't want to give it back.
Maybe it's a broken club. I don't know. Chad Brown.
What about +1?
That tribal is screaming at me. Is it screaming at you guys?
Opting for the putter and off the green. Does not like it. He
Yeah.
It's a little heavy.
runs
Puts it by about 7
Heavy
feet.
on the weight, as we would say.
All right, Haas from
Curling?
off the green. Gonna putt it as well, it looks like.
not his best day.
Where's Dave at?
Dave is way down in 43rd place.
Yeah.
43rd place. Hey,
Competing
that's not
with
last.
me.
That's not last place.
It's not last place. It's close to last place.
All right, here's Andrew Stonehouse from off the green. This looks good. This looks good. This could go in. Oh,
Oh,
just leaves it short.
what a roll. I just can't help but notice Chad Brown's tribal.
I think you're a little infatuated with the tribal. And a little, oh, just off the side. You know, we saw a lip out earlier. I don't remember who, but that very similar.
Yeah.
And on disgust, he throws it just like I did, almost exactly to the same spot.
A little bit of a did you know? A lot of people don't. They think it's, Chad just went to a tattoo shop when he was 17
Boom,
and
cleans it up.
and whatnot, and just got a random tribal. But no, it means I redo bathrooms in Polynesian.
You can see two balls over there. That just explains how two players cannot play because they couldn't even throw the ball into the water. All right, this next group, guys, coming in is Jonathan Chorley, Dan McGurran, Justin Shipka, and David Lopez. They're over the hill, which makes it a little hard for us to...
They're not that old, Mike.
They are not that old. He's holding a rake, so it looks like they must be in that very popular bunker over there.
It's noteworthy that Justin Shipka is at -5 currently, right now in the tie for second place, and a par will bring him into a solo second ahead of Jim Black. Even a bogey, he'll stay there at 5, and of course with a birdie, he'll move up to -7.
That shot came up over and bounced in here to the green side bunker. Just hit.
Here comes Johnny Chorley.
Yeah.
He's gonna go into that patented chipping motion, and almost like an owl taking a shit in the woods.
This is kind of a bad week for people with the initials JC, Brad.
Shipka coming down that. Oh, right in.
Just died. It's gonna
We got Dan McGurran coming out of
bogey now.
the bunker.
Bruin's playing pretty well today.
Where's he sitting today, Brad?
He's at +2. He's inside the cut line. Just needs to get up and down.
He's not going to do that, Brett.
That's the up part, and then the ball
From
went
there.
back down. He's not going to like that, Brad.
This one you should try to get out. Oh,
that's.
I don't know if he's
this
trying to
is-
leave it in there, Brad, maybe?
This is a very costly hole for him. And there goes the club.
I kind of got the sense he was trying to do that.
David Lopez from off the green. He's also left of the putter.
He left it short, I believe. Not bad.
Okay, certainly makeable. And not so right.
Interesting tidbit. Lopez is responsible for the coining of the name Birdie Juice.
Really? I had not heard that.
I believe that's correct.
I thought that was a Niles Van Buren born invention, but I stand corrected.
All part of the same
Oh,
click.
close a pie.
These next few putts could cost him some money, Mike.
Yeah, he could probably lose about $1.87 if he doesn't come back with this putt.
I think it's closer to $4 for that.
$4, jeez.
Shipka looks like he just pulled a 16-hour shift driving the big rig from Simi Valley, California.
Here's Chorley. Left it way out, and he's not happy about it.
Sandy.
All right, there's
He
Shipka.
made a safe bogey there.
That's a 5 for
All
4,
right.
so
I
no
think he
loss
stayed in
round.
second place. Pretty good follow-up from the last year when he was in the playoff with Chad Brown.
At this course.
Follow
This
up.
course, and I do believe he won.
Some people suits the eye.
All right, we got the next group coming in. Probably the word salad of all groups. We've got Doug Engel, Jim Pickus, Jeff Gorzik, and Sune Watanabe.
Could you say that any more white? I'll tell you what, Mike. I
Oh,
want
oh,
Tanabe
and it came
to see
down
a
into
birdie
the
out of this
water.
group.
I want Tanabe see a lot. I want Tanabe see a
They're all over
birdie.
the board too. We got Sune Watanabe in 47th place at plus 11. Jim Pickus, who has been playing
Here's
outstanding
Pickus.
golf.
He's a little to the left here.
Not his best
Oh,
day.
not a bad shot. He's pin high off the green. That's a pretty good shot from the middle of the fairway.
The really only drama left in this group is the fact that Watanabe is plus 11 and Pickus is plus 14, and they're just battling for last place.
You know, battling for something is better than battling for nothing, Brad. Speaking of the tsunami,
Sune.
the tsunami is coming.
Watanabe.
I'm
Dun, 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 dun,
assuming.
dun, 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 dun.
I'm going to say this is probably his third shot.
Far more of a real Asian than Dave Haas. Would you not agree?
Oh, totally.
Completely.
I'm going to say he's about 80 yards off the green.
Playing his first event of the year. He tried to get into an
Oh,
event.
that's
a couple
coming
of
in
weeks
right
back.
at
That
it.
is
Right
a-
at it. Right at it.
That is a great
Look at
shot.
this.
Great looking
shot.
shot.
That
for
is
a
the
guy
best
that's,
shot that we've seen on the 18th
I think he's going to
green.
stay out of last place with that shot there, Ken.
I am so happy for. There's not a nicer guy out here than Sune. Jim Pickus was raised in Lawrence, Kansas by 2 wild hens.
That's a wild story, Ken.
Just a biography, Brad.
He's just here for the stories.
Georgia gets
I'm a
plus
color guy.
4.
I'm just adding a little bit of backstory.
And, Engel's a plus 1. Engel has been more of a frequent player on tour this year. It's a nice little
All
trip.
right, here's Gorsick off the green.
Wearing his safety yellow.
You know, he helped 11 kids cross the road today safely. There's the shot. Hey, look, that's a pretty good lag.
Really nice pace on that one.
Looks like he got a haircut since the last time I saw him as well. Not as
More
much,
than one.
not as much shag under that hat.
Look at the leaderboard, Mike. There is nobody left on the golf course that can catch Dustin Semenza. So it's official. Dustin Semenza has won this golf tournament.
That is amazing.
What a round by Dustin.
64, -8 gross, -9 net. And he's
You know,
won it by 4 shots.
I'm not sure if I ever shot 8 under on like Tiger Woods golf, Brett.
It's not easy to do. A little easier on Tiger Woods. I've done that. It's a sad accomplishment.
The, when the neat thing is that is a record setting. That's going to go down into the record books of Summer Tour golf for the lowest round ever. That's just amazing.
Doug Engel.
Lowest round recorded in tournament play. Yeah,
60,
eclipsing the 66 that Kevin Hall masterfully demonstrated at
Sunridge Canyon.
in Fountain Hills.
Goes down every other year.
You know, like Wayne Gretzky said so eloquently last week, records are made to be broken. It just may take some time to do it, like Alexander Ovechkin did this week. It's pretty amazing.
Wayne also, slightly before that, mentioned to me that he needed 5 minutes. He had to take a quick shit. Oh, I'm out of superlatives, Brad.
I just can't believe what we saw today. To witness the round of golf that Dustin Semenza did today was just it was amazing to watch.
Masterful.
9 birdies. Probably more birdies in one day than 15 to 20 people that play regularly on Summer Tour will have all season.
You know, last year I didn't have 9 in the entire season, so that is true. you hold true. Thanks for pointing that out in the booth, Ken.
Yeah, these good players out here. When I say good players, the Semenzas, the Halls, the Hatches, they love these conditions. It's a little bit soft. It's green. They're not. They seem to struggle with maybe a little bit of the burnt out conditions sometimes. But you get them to a course like this, and you see what kind of talent they actually have.
And because it's so open too, they can just overpower the golf course.
It's just mind blowing.
They're hitting in wedges when the rest of the tour are hitting in mid irons. I mean, it makes a huge difference. But they're there for a reason. They've
because they're young. They'll get old and lose distance, Brad.
Well, one thing that Casey Hatch said today, playing as Tim actually put one closer to him on a par 3, but Tim was out of the par 3s today. Hatch said it so eloquently, "You didn't want to donate to me," and that's how it is sometimes.
That's how some of the guys feel out here.
Yeah,
they feel like they're just donating.
Well, we got to tell you, those conditions were beautiful. This course, at first I was complaining about the $91, but I'm gonna tell you what, it was worth the $91. It was a good value. The course is in great shape. There's no excuses. It's a surprisingly tough, hard course. But
there are some areas just off the green though that are just really difficult to play. The tight lie, dirt. It doesn't promote very good chip shots. But for the most part, I thought the course was in fantastic shape and well worth the billing that they've been putting out there for themselves.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the weather conditions today, it was overcast most of the day. It was really pleasant to play. There was nothing that was hot. I mean, we're up in the 90s now.
Little to no wind.
Yeah, it was just
ideal conditions.
And I'll tell you,
Dustin Semenza proved it.
Dustin Semenza proved it. We had pretty much the whole day, led the tournament there for a minute. He lost to Satchfield for a couple holes, but
yeah, let's talk about Jay maybe for a quick second. I mean, just to peek up at the leaderboard for a stretch there on the back 9 and see him probably making Dustin's balls kind of crawl up into his midsection there a little bit, to kind of falling off the pace and not even really being a factor in 18. It has to be a little disappointing for Jay.
Yeah,
but he was, like you say, he was a -7 with a 1-shot lead over Semenza, and that was through about 14 holes. So it was a pretty good round.
Yeah, that was great up until
until
14 holes, right? And then pretty shitty after that.
Well, next week we've got Easter, so everybody have a good Easter. Do what you do. make sure everything's good there, and then we follow that back up with our first major of the year.
Our Summer Tour Masters as we revisit one of our favorite tracks, Wickenburg Country Club.
Yeah, I have some history at Wickenburg Country Club. I'm
Yeah,
looking
we know
to
about that,
return.
Mike.
We're looking to return and just have some fun out there and
Less punching, hopefully.
Yeah, locker room before the round, there was some discussion, rumor going around that if you didn't shoot under 80 gross out here today, you weren't able to play at the major.
You know, it is going that direction. I understand that the cut line was around even par today. So yeah, the time is coming where you're going to have to qualify to be able to play in a major out here.
I mean, if you shot 85 out here today, you should probably quit golf.
Well, thank
Then I
goodness I
quit.
shot 84.
then I quit. I think
We all
I
should
think
quit.
I think they know. But so we'll just see y'all next week or in 2 weeks at Wickenburg Ranch for the first major. Bring your A game because that track has some.
The smallest greens, the most
It's just
blind
some-
shots.
It's just tough all the way
it's-
around. So
It's absurdly stupid.
Yep.
But fun.
Yep. All right. Happy Easter, everyone. See you later.